Welcome guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to play better and understand TF2 more. Now, I've done a video like this in the past, which was very poorly done as I've been told, and admittedly agreed with. So, to make this a little bit easier for me to view and understand, I'm going to split every single type of weapon, primary, secondary, melee, into each separate video for each separate class. Going in order, scout, soldier, etc. I won't be including reskins. Anyways, let's get into the video. So, today's lesson is going to be understanding how the scout works, and how to play with each weapon correctly. Scattergun. The scattergun is a very popular gun, used by a lot of veterans and new players. The playstyle of the weapon is usually very close combat, as the scattergun does a lot of damage at close range. I would recommend jumping around and strafing to avoid rockets and dodge bullets. Dodging is very important when it comes to defeating damaged soldiers, as they do a lot of damage and they have splash weapons. Force of Nature. The Force of Nature is a very good weapon. Knockback is one of the most important things about it. The playstyle of the weapon is aggressive and also a little bit baity, as in baiting people into corridors and corners, etc. The fact that you can basically use this weapon as an additional jump is amazing. I do often see new players failing to use this aspect of the weapon. I'm going to show you how this can be done in-game. If you're going for an upward jump, simply double jump, look down, and shoot once with the Force of Nature. If you want to boost yourself forwards or backwards, simply look in the opposite direction you want to go and shoot. Backscatter. This weapon has a very flanky playstyle. The main feature is getting mini crits from behind. Now, the way you should use this weapon is obviously trying to flank people and doing the mini crit damage. But you don't always have to go for the flank. A great option is to just use it like you would use the default scattergun. I wouldn't recommend trying to kill a heavy without flanking him, as he has too much health and too much DPS. Sodapop. This weapon has multiple different playstyles. It really depends on which type of playstyle you're good at. Defense, offense, or flank. The 7 jumps from the charge meter are very useful if you want to flank. The fact that you can quickly bolt out 2 shots is very useful for offense. The 7 jumps again come in handy for defense, as you can simply jump around them and they have struggled to predict where you're going. This is very good against projectile weapons, not as good for combating hit scan weapons, but if used correctly, will be just the gun for you. Babyface's Blaster. This weapon is very difficult to use correctly. I struggle to use it without forgetting the fact that if I double jump, I lose my boost. The weapon should be used as a I need to get out of jail free card. But it can be used if you think you won't get hit easily, as you won't lose your most important aspect, speed. But if you think you'll get hit at a lot, then I wouldn't recommend using it because you lose speed a lot from the speed boost. Shortstop. This weapon is one of the best weapons, as it can be used close range and mid range, useful for catching those little buggers that try and escape from you. It is not a flank style weapon, much better for defense or offense, as the amount of damage it does is good for offense, defense wise. The amount of damage it does is from mid-range is fantastic for defense. Scout. Scout should be played aggressively and flanky. You can defend on CDF maps, but I wouldn't recommend on trying to defend on points as Scout. If your team has more than 2 Scouts on defense, I would recommend going a different class, as too many Scouts can be bad for your team. Scout is a great class to play if you're semi-decent at aiming. Hope you guys enjoyed, and bye.